Okay, we are seeing this game between Richard Goldenberg versus Nicolas Giffard. It was played in France Championship in 1974. So let's see the game. White starts with e4, his opponent plays c5. So we have the Sicilian defense on the board now. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, and then g6. Okay, so slightly different variation, not a normal d4, instead bishop b5 third move. And then castle, okay, white did castle, bishop g7, and then to make the bishop scope little less, white played c3. Okay, if you have more pawns in between, I mean in that diagonal or file, then that piece, bishop, rook, whatever is controlling that file or diagonal, the control can be minimized, and that's why c3. Okay, knight f6, attacking this pawn and developing the knight and preparing to do short castle. So here e5, yeah, he is inviting e5, and yes, white plays that. White attacks the knight, so knight has to move. Knight d5, okay, and then d4. So c cross d4. After c cross d4, c cross d4, and then black plays this castle. Okay, short castle. If you see this position, it's good for white, slightly better. Okay, because now this knight can come here very nicely. The bishop can come out, and then maybe queen d2, and then you can even play bishop h6. After that, these rooks can be developed. The pawn structure is also okay, and everything is looking fine. No problem for white. Yeah, black would say I also have no problem. The only problem is these pieces are inside. Okay, if you compare like 1, 2, 3, these pieces, it's like, he still yeah, these pieces are also inside, but they can be developed faster than this. So let's see, knight c3, white plays this, knight c3, knight c7. Black doesn't want to exchange. Black said, I'll attack this. Okay, the bishop has support, but then white doesn't want to give the bishop most of the time. In this case, he said, okay, you can take it. And he has given actually. He played this rook e1. Okay, so white is saying, okay, you can take it. I have support. I'm continuing my development. So black is happy. Black captures this. Knight cross b5. Okay. This is the novelty at that time. Before this game, they were playing like, d6 or d5. These were the moves. But in this game now, he said, okay, let's take it. So he took it. Knight cross b5, then knight cross b5. And now a6. Attacking, okay, he attacks this knight, so the knight has to move. Knight goes back, knight c3, then d6, attacks this e5 pawn, e cross d6, queen cross d6, because if you take with the pawn, then pawn structure is bad. Okay, you don't want that pawn be away from this other pawn. Let it be connected if there is no need. Okay, you can take with the queen, it's better. Queen cross d6. And then d5, attacking this. The knight has to move. Queen has attacked, but white has to support, so no problem. Knight e5. So, one attack, two attacks, and one support, two supports. Enough supports are there, and that's why black can play this. Black plays this, knight e5. Knight e4 attacks the queen. Queen has to move. What to do? First, he exchanges this knight. Knight cross f3, check, queen cross f3, and now queen b6. So black is happy to exchange few pieces. because the more you exchange the pieces, the less problems you have on the board, and there are less or more chances of making a draw. But if you see, white still has the advantage. Now, what is that advantage? The advantage is, first of all, this rook and queen, they are looking better. Okay, this queen is also not bad. This is fine. But if you compare the rooks, they are not that good. Okay, especially this is better than this one. Okay. Black has bishop pair. Okay, so that is good for him. But this knight is also in the center. It's not bad. This bishop is okay. Anyway, bishop e3 attacks the queen. Queen can capture this. Then what happened? Let's see. Black says yes. I will be happy to do that, and he captures. Yes. Queen cross b2. The queen is now giving threat of capturing this. Rook takes and then bishop takes. So if you are getting two rooks for the queen, yes, you can think about it. I'm not saying it's 100% good, but you can at least think about it. You have to see whether it's really good or not. You have to compare, you have to evaluate the position properly, and then maybe you can take decision. But right now, at least it's looking like, yes, there is a chance. Okay, white is saying no problem. You can do that. I can do something else. Bishop c5 attacks this pawn, attacking. You can attack this rook afterwards. So he's not worried about this. He says, okay, you can take it, no problem. And guess what? Yeah, black also, he didn't like this idea. So black plays this f5, attacking the knight. Knight has to move, and which is the best place? Yes, knight g5. Okay, the knight is controlling few good squares. So after knight g5, queen d2. Okay, the threat is this now. Bishop cross c3 is there, and the queen is attacking on this. The support is there, of course. But one more attack, queen is attacking on this. So there are some threats now, okay? Bishop is attacking the rook, queen is attacking the knight. So what to save, how to save, that's the question. And here, white plays this one, bishop e3. White saves the knight plus attacks the queen. So black cannot capture this one. You have to first save the queen. So how to save it? You have to move it. Where? Queen a5. Okay, black thought about it and he thought, yeah, this is the best place where the attack will not come easily. He's safe, and queen is attacking on few things, which is good. Yeah. Rook a d1. First of all, you have to save that rook that was attacked by the bishop. So he saves it and then gives support down. There are two supports. One attack, two supports are there, but now this pawn has no support. So maybe black can think of capturing, but he has not captured that right now. First, he thought the knight is dangerous. Let's get rid of him first, because afterwards he can be a serious threat over here. Knight h3. Okay, now at least right now we didn't think that it's a good idea to play this, because after knight e6, simply he will just capture. Bishop cross e6, though you can take with this b cross e6. But then if you see this position, it's looking like black is better in this. So that didn't happen. Instead, white just moves the knight back on h3. And he's now thinking of, he can get the knight here and then he can attack. He's giving support, and maybe afterwards, if he wants, he can think about this square. So knight h3, then g5. He doesn't want to allow this knight to be here. Plus, there is a threat you can see. Pawn is about to come here and give attack on both the things. So its fork is coming, pawn fork. What to do? You have to move one of the piece, queen or the knight. And here there was a move actually, interesting move. Bishop cross at g5. Okay, h cross at g5, knight cross at g5. So what is the idea after this? You can see the idea. Queen h5, queen h7. So this was a very interesting position. Maybe f4 can be played, and then rook cross e7 is there. And now you can see it's good looking, though the computer is not very much interested in this position. But it's looking like for humans, it's looking very good. Yeah, the king is wide open. Computer knows how to defend the position. It's for humans, it's difficult to hold the position, to save the position. But anyway, let's see what happens after g5. White plays this queen h5, which was not so good. It was a question mark move, not a good move. Why? Let's see. After this, black has a good move. That's the problem. That is f4, attacking this bishop. Bishop has to move. So bishop c1. Again, bishop has to go on a bad square, not so good. Maybe bishop d4. If you play bishop cross d4 and knight cross g5, something like this you could think. Now, why not rook cross d4? Because then queen cross e1. You can't do that. So something like this you can think, but still it's unclear. And yeah, let's see. White plays bishop c1, which is not so great, dubious move. And here black had a good move which black missed. Which was that move? Actually here queen c5 was better. But black plays this queen a4, which was a bad move. Okay, now what is not good in this? Because from here you're not giving support to e7. Now you're not supposed to give this pawn, and that's why queen c5 was better, giving support to this. Now white can just simply takes it. Yeah, and he took it. Now you will say, can he capture this? The answer is no, as the queen gives support to this. So there is no problem, and rook cross e7. And suddenly, if you see, the king is open, and anytime this rook can give a sacrifice here. If one more piece is there to help the queen, you need just one more piece. Yeah, bishop b2 can also come. There can be problems for black, big problem. So black has to be prepared now. So black played this queen c2. Idea stopping queen g6, number one, and one more idea, stopping bishop b2. So these were the ideas. So queen c2, then rook d e1. So what is his idea? Maybe to sacrifice and then get this rook here. Okay, that's the idea. Because from here you couldn't do that. It was blocked by this. So now what to do? You need to get your pieces also outside to defend this king. That's what he did. He played this bishop f5. So at least now the bishop is also coming here to defend, and that's good. Plus the rook is also open now. Okay, so you can't give more threats from at least now from that 8th rank. Bishop f5, then white plays d6, which is a good idea. Okay, if you don't have any other good threat, what to do? Move the pawn, okay, pass pawn, and give more threat. The more you move this pawn, the opponent has problems, big problems. So the opponent has to think about it, and he thought about it. He said, okay, let me stop this pawn. So rook a d8, blocking this, attacking this pawn, dangerous pawn. And here actually knight cross f4 was a very good move. What would happen here? See, knight cross f4, g cross f4, bishop cross f4, bishop g6 attacking the queen, attacking the bishop, and then queen d5 check. So king h8 maybe, and then g3, okay, giving support to this, making space for this, and then maybe queen f5 to exchange the queens, queen cross b7, bishop f6, as there were two attacks on this bishop, so you have to save it. And now instead of saving this with the, instead of moving the rook, queen cross a6, he's saying, okay, you can take it. I'll take with this and then I'll give fork. So I'm happy with that, no problem. So rook a8 attacking the queen first, and then rook a7, saving the rook. Queen d5 maybe to give one more support, he can get the queen there. And if you see, this position is almost equal. But here, white has not played this. So what did he play then? He played queen f3. Okay, so he thought the queen is not doing that much here. So what to do? He wanted to shift the queen to somewhere else, like queen cross b7. That's the idea. You can say, or queen d5 check. Mostly queen cross b7. After queen f3, black understood the problems are there. So he said, okay, let's exchange the queens. Queen c6. Now white said, no, I don't want to exchange because my king is safe, your king is not safe. So let me try and do checkmate or attack on the king. For that, I need my queen. I don't want to exchange the queens. So here, okay, now why not g4 here? Okay, some of you might be thinking this was a very good idea. No, queen d5 check was there, and after that, he can simply take the pawn with the knight. It's not good. Anyway, let's see in this, he has not captured queen cross c6. Instead, queen b3 check. The king is not very strong here. King is weak, and why is it weak? Because there is no protection, no wall here. Okay, the pawns are ahead, and if you just get one or two pieces more, somehow you can just finish the game. Okay, the rook is already there. The queen is almost there. The rook and the bishop, they are supposed to reach in time. And here, after queen b3 check, he was supposed to play this, okay? Because then if you go here, this is pinned, no bishop, and there can be problems. But there was a time trouble here, and in hurry, he has made this mistake. He played this king h7, which was a blunder, very bad move. Why is it a bad move? Because now white can play this. Bishop b2, look at this. The weakness was there. The bishop is weak because it's pinned. What to do if something is weak? Attack more. And that's what white did. There are two attacks, one support. It's very difficult to give support to it. If you play rook g8, what is going to happen? After rook g8, bishop cross g7. And if you take with this, rook cross g7. If you take with this, then you can play this one, rook e7 check, king h8 maybe, because if you play king f6, queen f7 checkmate, and if this, then queen b2 check. And it's almost done, okay, over, game over. Because here, you can just do checkmate. If you move the queen in the middle, you will just block it. So this is a problem, okay. After bishop b2, he has played a rook d7 instead of rook g8, rook d7. And still white captured that bishop cross g7, attacking this rook.